Been telling you about our Honor Flight Maine telethon today, and you have the opportunity to help veterans here in our state see the memorials in our nation's capital. The feedback that we so often hear is that the trip is healing for them. Christian Harsa joins us with the story of a Maine veteran and a longtime volunteer who had a different mission for his last trip. Hi there, Christian.
Hi, Chris. Honor Flight Maine has been bringing veterans to Washington, D.C. for 11 years, and thanks to volunteers, nearly 1,300 vets have made the trip. When Honor Flight took its most recent group of servicemen and women, one Maine veteran named Charlie Paul made his first trip to D.C. as a guest and his last as an Honor Flight volunteer. I had the chance to talk to Charlie about his 9 years of volunteering and his final trip to D.C.
From the plaques on the wall to the flag in the yard, Charlie Paul is a proud veteran.
I was Marine of the Year.
But it's not the awards or the medals that he treasures most.
That's my pride and joy right there.
Paul served 7 years in the Marines and then another 20 in the Army Reserve, retiring as a Command Sergeant Major. Experience he then applied to his next mission with Honor Flight Maine.
The planning, the preparation that it takes to put one veteran in the air.
And then to travel to Washington, D.C. and back in just one weekend.
It's what I live for.
For the past 9 years, Paul has passionately been serving his fellow veterans, starting as a volunteer and then as an Honor Flight Maine board member.
I got to see the whole operation from beginning to end.
8 times Paul flew with veterans from Maine to Washington. For Vietnam veterans like himself, the trip can bring tears.
As they say, Portland miss.
But it's the other veterans Paul was there to support.
He says, "You've started the healing process for me."
Healing so many Vietnam veterans never experienced.
It meant a lot to him, but it meant just as much to me.
For 8 years, Paul put off taking the trip as a veteran.
I said, there are a lot more veterans, much more worthy than I.
That is until October, when he and his daughter went, with strict instructions not to work.
I was even threatened by being put in a wheelchair and bubble wrap.
But when it came to seeing the names on the wall,
I took off my Vietnam cap and I took a challenge coin that I had in my pocket.
For Paul, the healing came too.
I left them at the wall as a final tribute to my brothers that I had lost.
On what would be his last Honor Flight trip as he retires from the group. A trip he will continue to tell others about as an ambassador, so others can heal too.
I feel privileged to be a veteran.
Honor Flight Maine continues to fly veterans to Washington, D.C. each year, with each trip costing about $1,000 per vet, which the veterans and their families don't pay a cent of. If you'd like to donate to this mission, call 855-875-4328 to talk to someone over the phone, or text HONOR to 828-6622 to receive a link with more information. Chris.
Christian Harsa, glad to see Charlie finally got a chance to go as a guest.